Hey guys, the more you can understand the process of how a chip gets made, the more stocks you can buy that will benefit from this AI boom, okay? So for example, let's start at the top of the supply chain. Who starts it all off when creating one of these AI chips or advanced chips, or even if it's not an AI chip? It all starts with ASML, guys, which is based in the Netherlands. Now, they have a monopoly with EUV lithography. So they have these huge machines that they ship to their customers. Their big three are Taiwan Semiconductor, Samsung, as well as Intel, okay? And so because this company has a monopoly on the market, ASML is a good stock to own, so that's number one, okay? Then the next one is Taiwan Semiconductor, okay? So Taiwan Semiconductor, they supply 60% of the world's chips, which is crazy, and 92% of advanced chips out there. So that's how needed Taiwan Semiconductor is, and that's why you want to own that one. They obviously supply NVIDIA, okay? Without Taiwan Semiconductor, NVIDIA would be nothing. So that's what you have to remember. And so many other companies work with Taiwan Semiconductor. So that's why you got to own that one in your long-term portfolio. Again, all of these companies I have had several videos on in the past, so hopefully you already bought these, okay, and are holding. If not, it's still not too late, I don't think, guys. Especially with what's going on this week. You got NVIDIA's earnings on Wednesday. I think they're going to beat and raise, okay, and it's going to keep the rally going. Microsoft's conferences are tomorrow through Thursday, so that's going to keep the hype going. Also, Apple's going to drop their AI initiatives with their phones next week sometime, so that's also going to help out, feed into this AI boom. So I think for at least another quarter, these stocks can rally. So ASML sells right to Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor sells to NVIDIA. And then who's helping NVIDIA make their chips? Micron with the memory, and then Applied Materials with the machines, okay? So that's why these two companies, now Applied Materials didn't have the greatest earnings report. So out of these four, that's probably my least conviction at the moment. Hopefully you can catch a dip on it. It isn't up another 3% today, okay, even after they didn't have a stellar earnings report. So I don't like buying it right here. I'd wait for the price to come down. Again, any of these, if you can catch a dip, that's ideal, all right? But they supply the machines that help out NVIDIA, and even Jensen Huang, CEO and founder, said that they couldn't, do what they're doing without Applied Materials. So that is huge, guys. And they're working with many different industries as well. And also when, D-Wave with the quantum computing, AMAT's going to actually supply that industry, which that's a long way down the road. But if you believe in quantum computing, then AMAT, or again, Applied Materials, is another reason why you want to own it long. But then Micron, this is one of my favorites, guys. As you know, they just got out of a down cycle. They're now in an up cycle, the beginning of it, which will probably last a couple years. So much of their memory is needed with all the technology out there. Obviously, I don't know if you know, but they work with NVIDIA with their chips as well. And there's more and more dies needed now too with these advanced chips, like the Blackwell chips. There's more memory needed. And whether it's EVs, whatever, there's so much, like robots we talked about, memory is going to be needed more than ever, guys. So Micron, even though it's had a nice run, I don't think the run is over. It's at about $129 a share. I think this will go to 150 plus during this, up cycle that we're going to see. And like I said, with the catalyst of NVIDIA's earnings, make sure they beat and raise though, right? That's going to dictate where stocks go with the AI sectors, okay? But I believe they can do it for another quarter, and then the next quarter will be harder with the year-over-year comparisons, okay? The law of large numbers, having to compare next quarter's earnings versus the year before with higher revenue and earnings from last year, that's going to make it more difficult to show exploding or increasing revenue growth, okay? So that's where I think we may see a slowdown and maybe a dip later, but I think we got another quarter where these stocks can run, guys. So it's important to have a little of this in your long-term portfolio, because you don't want to look back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and say, oh my God, I had these stocks and I sold them. That's why you want to keep a little long, and then you can also play them in your short-term swing account. Have a great day, guys.